This is the cheapest. This is the most expensive suspension brand. Both are great, but for totally different people. Rough Country is probably your cheapest option for a suspension brand to put on any year, make, model of what you're driving. So here is a actual spacer kit. This is gonna be the cheapest suspension that you can put on the truck itself. This is going to go on the top of your factory strut. You're gonna compress your factory strut, add this on top. That's gonna give you your 6-inch suspension kit. Now, Rough Country does offer a middle, which is the loaded strut. Rough Country is actually the only suspension brand that has a loaded strut option rather than going a full coilover, so it gives you that happy medium. Now, Rough Country also has your basic shock, which is their premium N3 shock, which again, Peter has here. So strut spacer that goes on top of your factory struts, compressing it. It's gonna give you a little bit of a rougher ride just because you're compressing your factory strut itself and you're not replacing it with that loaded strut. So this is the cheapest option. It runs you about $1,300 for just the suspension kit itself. If you do that loaded strut option that Pete does not have in his hand right now, he's got the wrong one. But the loaded strut is gonna be your middle option. It's gonna completely take away your factory strut and it's gonna replace it, and that's what's gonna give you your front lift. And then it has your basic premium N3 shocks to go in the rear. Now, Rough Country does have an option to go fully extended with their Vertex coilovers, which is kind of the same. I don't wanna say kind of, but they're comparable to the coilover. It's a reservoir coilover that is actually adjustable for ride quality. So if you are just daily driving, you're on the beach, you're on off-road services, you can turn the dial to however your preference you want it to set at. Rough Country also has an upgraded version that is comparable to BDS's Fox Coilover 2.5 suspension, which is their Vertex. Now, this is a rear shock, but you can still get the idea that it has the
adjustable.
Thank you.
Reservoir.
The reservoir, yes. It's got the adjustable knob here, just like the coilover on the Fox suspension itself. So you can see that Rough Country has the good, better, best. You have the spacer kit, you have your loaded strut kit, and then you also have your Vertex coilover kit. So you have 3 different options that range anywhere from $1,300 all the way to $3,500, depending upon the setup and the way you drive your vehicle. Rough Country is a great company to deal with. We have been dealing with them for the past 7 years. We absolutely love Rough Country. It's good for daily driving. So if you want to purchase a lift kit and you just daily drive, you're not off-roading, you're not towing or anything like that, you just want the looks, Rough Country is the way to go. It's a better bang for your buck on that way. Now that we looked at the cheapest option, let's move over to the most expensive. As you can see, Pete here, my assistant, has the nice Fox 2.5 reservoir coilover. This is gonna be the top dog that BDS offers. This is going to be this one specifically is a 4-inch kit for a F-150. You guys can see this is the coilover with the reservoir, and you guys can see it's got the turn dial up here as well. This is essentially similar to a loaded strut. It's just a little bit more expensive just because it's a 2.5 Fox and it's got the reservoir on it as well. Now, with the BDS kit itself, a lot of guys and girls, when they build their vehicles, they use this specifically for either off-road purposes, if they are hitting trails, if they are doing rock climbing, anything like that, just because this can handle that. It also is great for any type of like heavy-duty vehicles. With the diesel engines, the trucks are a little bit heavier. These are gonna be able to hold that weight of the front end of the vehicle as well. So if you are looking for a off-roading type vehicle, if you're looking for a daily driver, towing, anything like that, you have the money to spend, you wanna go all out, you're building a show truck, this is the better option for you other than the Rough Country ones. It's still great to put on your truck, but if you want the let's go all out on this thing, BDS is probably the way to go. They make these types of coilovers for F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and then you have your Chevy and GMs from your 1500s all the way to your 3500s as well. Multiple varieties for your make models, so they have whatever you need through BDS if you're looking for a go all out suspension. Now for this, we talked about Rough Country being anywhere from $1,300 all the way to $3,500. This one is starting at $5,500 if you're doing the full 2.5 Fox front and rear reservoir struts and shocks for the vehicle itself. So you can see there is definitely a huge price difference between Rough Country and BDS. That's why you want to have as much information as possible when you are building your truck, so that way you're getting the best bang for your buck and what you're using the truck for specifically, not what somebody else wants to use the truck for. Now here at Krietz Auto, we install all kinds of suspension kits from Rough Country all the way to Kelderman itself, which Kelderman's the most expensive. We did not actually talk about that one. As you guys can hear, the guys are working on the suspension kits currently on all of the trucks that we sell here on our lot. Now, as we install these, you want to make sure you're having a professional install any suspension kit that you're adding to your vehicle, especially if you're doing a 4-inch or taller. When you're going to a 4-inch kit, it is a full suspension replacement, which means the cross members do get cut, some of the frame gets cut off. You want to make sure a professional that knows how to handle these types of vehicles and suspension installs them on your truck. Now, again, at Krietz Auto, we sell a lot of lifted vehicles. Our main brand that we want to use is Rough Country, just because a lot of the people that are purchasing the trucks here from Krietz Auto, they're actually using it just as a daily driver. They're not towing, they're not off-roading. It's essentially a pavement princess, what everybody likes to say. When you are looking at purchasing a suspension brand, you want to make sure you're buying it for what you use the truck for, not what your best friend's telling you and telling you if Rough Country's junk or BDS is the best or you need to spend $5,500 in order for you to build the truck. Build it the way you want it. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do. We talk cheapest, we talk the middle, we talk the most expensive. Most people can go cheapest, but at Krietz Auto, we do recommend going the middle ground, so you want to go with the loaded strut. It's better for your truck. You don't want to compress your factory strut, have it damaged a year or 2 years down the road, you got to replace your factory strut. This is the way to go when you are replacing everything. So again, the cheapest, medium, and then the most expensive here. 80% of customers that we do here at Krietz Auto are going to go with your middle option. This is going to range you anywhere from $1,600 to $2,500, depending if you upgrade your rear shocks. And if you want the best capability, best off-road, most expensive, you want to go with this bad boy right here, which is BDS, the 2.5 Fox Reservoir shocks. If you want to check out all of our suspension brands that we offer here at Krietz Auto, you can check it out at KreitzCustoms.com at our parts store. You can see all suspension brands, or hit us up at 301-694-4642. Ask for Peter or myself.